My name is Lovisa Hjelm, or as some of, like most people in the scene might know me, Lovisa Sisak. And that's me. I don't know really I'm a outgoing, very loving person, I would say. And how I ended up in the scene was, I went to my first rave in 2016, and that was because of actually my ex-boyfriend. And I was like, I kind of started and organized Techno Hearts with Sebastian Lopez.
Okay.
And that's like, so like I went to my first rave in 2016 that he like organized with a few friends, and then in 2017 we started doing Techno Hearts, and then like from there and forward to the autumn of 2018 I did that, and then I started DJing myself, and yeah, that's kind of like how I ended up here.
Did you know how to DJ before you started in the scene?
Not really. No, I wouldn't. I hadn't had any like contact with electronic music before that, and I started because of Techno Hearts and Sebastian, I would say. And I had no experience before that.
Okay. What type of music were you into before that?
I would say like Spanish music, like reggaeton, or like when I went out to clubbing, that was mostly what I danced to and what I like to listen to. But then I like at first I like coming into the scene, it was techno that caught my like interest first. But today, like personally, like set aside from my DJing, I would say psytrance is my like, that's where my heart is.
That's your thing.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Fantastic. So, how many parties would you say you've played at since you've been doing this?
Not too many. Oh my god, I don't know. I haven't counted them, but...
Okay, so out of those parties, which one would you say was your favorite to play at? Or what experience would you say was like the most rewarding or just most exciting in some way or the other?
Honestly, I must say... I have two actually, but the first one I thought of was when you like my first gig at Boston, when you asked me to play there, because it was like the atmosphere and everything, it was so good, and also like my whole set, it just felt so good. Everything was just right. Every like mix and everything just hit perfectly. So yeah, that one. But also, like my first independent gig that I did at Christmas Day 2018 at Techno State, because that was the first one I got from myself, or that I was all on my own, and the response I got from the audience, it was that was also great. But yeah, but I would say my first one at Boston, it's the best. Yeah,
I actually listened to that mix and you posted that mix, and the first track that you started off with is I also recorded a mix that night.
Yeah.
And the first track that I started off with is the same.
Oh,
as yours.
it is.
Yeah. It's a good thing we didn't play it back like right after each other. I think I played it like 6 in the morning.
Mm-hmm.
7 in the morning.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay, I have to listen to it.
It's funny.
It's a long time since I actually listened to my own mix from there as well. I need to do that.
Yeah, I try not to listen to my mixes.
No, me neither. All I do is like, I just you just analyze what you're doing all the time. Like, but I mean that's good in many ways, because that's how you get better at doing it. But at the same time, you don't really just enjoy the music. like one live recording here in the studio for one of episode 6 of Sinful Sessions. That was like a small one, and that was nice. So yeah, like small gigs.
Sinful Sessions, is that something that you do?
Yeah, that's my podcast.
Okay.
I've released like 18 episodes of that. It's on right now. It's on Podcaster, which is Apple's like podcasts app, and also on Acast. I think it was on Spotify, but it was taken down because you have to like write down all the like artists and the songs and all that, and I didn't do that, so it was taken down. And it's not on Soundcloud for the moment, but that's just because I'm having a break. So I've like right now it's on Podcaster, and yeah, that's where you can. I think it's on Acast too, actually.
Is it just music, or is it music and some conversation?
It's
also?
music mostly.
Okay.
I talk a bit in the beginning and also at the end. And like the thing has been I've had different themes. So sometimes I've been going like for the lighter music, and sometimes harder and darker. But the thing that's always the same is that I always end with a classic. So it can be like a remix or something of a classic, but always like a classic techno song. So yeah, that's the
fantastic.
Yeah.
The name change, Sisak, where does that come from?
It's it comes from. So I started to like. I felt that I wanted to, because before it was Lovisa Lane, but I felt that I needed to. When I went independent, I felt like, okay, I need to do a change here. So
okay, when you say independent, what do you mean?
Before I was with when I was organizing Techno Hearts with Sebastian Lopez, I only did gigs there, and my name, like the DJ name Lovisa Lane, came up there, and it felt very connected to Techno Hearts and all that, and I was like. At that time, I was like done with that. It was like it had its time, and I learned a lot there, and I'm grateful for that and everything. But I felt that I needed to like break away and break through and do my own thing. So I started to like think of what do I want to do? What does represent me? So I started looking for another name, because also I didn't want to use my private name. At that time, it felt like. No, I want something else. So Sisak came from. We were in Denmark at that time. Had dinner at a restaurant. It was summer evening, and just like sitting there with paper and pen, like, what am I gonna change to? And then I like Googled. I don't really remember what I Googled, but Sisak came up, and so I started to like, what does this mean, or where does it come from? So, like, first of all, it's a city in Croatia. I found out.
What?
A city in Croatia.
A city?
Yeah.
Aha, okay.
That was like the first thing that came up. But also, what really like how I got stuck to it is because in Latin it means like freedom and to be free, and that just felt like okay,
cool.
This is the right.
That's a good choice.
Yeah,
definitely.
So then that's what it became.
All right.
And yeah, that's what I'm sticking to.
I like the name, but I thought it was maybe your family name or something.
No.
I was like, is that mama's name or daddy's name?
Yeah, no. But maybe I have to change to that. You know,
officially.
Maybe. No.
But then you'd be using your private name again.
Yeah, but but my private name is Hjelm, and that's so like like.
It's very Swedish.
Yeah, very Swedish, and it feels a bit plain in the music industry.
Plus, no one outside of Sweden or the North will be able to pronounce it or get it right.
Exactly.
It'd be like Hjelm.
Yeah. So it doesn't work.
I think you're
not gonna
Arabic
go with
or something.
Fantastic. Yeah.
you said you were producing. You're working on a new project, a psytrance project.
Yeah.
Do you spend a lot of time in the studio, or?
Well, right now we've been quite busy with the new apartment that we moved to in November last year. But yeah, we try to at least Rickard tries to be at least one time a week, and I mean me too, whenever I feel that I have time for it. And then it's Energetica, our psytrance project, that's in focus right now. We haven't been like out there a lot. We've had 2 gigs, I think. So one in Stockholm, that was in August last year, and one other. Yeah, whatever. I can't think of it right now.
Well, it's hard times for gigs and stuff like that. With the pandemic,
so right now we're focusing on producing and getting. We want to release an album, so we're trying to get some songs ready for that, and we have like 4 or 5 songs that's almost ready. So we're getting there.
Fantastic.
Yeah, it's really fun.
Well, do you have any music that maybe we could put in right here? We could add to the mix?
I think Rickard, right?
Yeah.
We can do that, yeah.
Yeah.
Do you feel it?
Yeah, I can feel it. Walk with me.
Fantastic. So you guys are living together, having fun together, and making music together.
Yeah.
That's brilliant.
Yeah.
That's a real partnership right there.
It is, and our what we want to bring up with our music is the bond that we have to each other. Like when we met on our first date, we were here in the studio. And also on our second and third.
Wow.
Yeah, but on the first day we were we were supposed to watch Game of Thrones because it was in the time when the last episodes of Game of Thrones were released. So we were like, yeah, we can watch them together. And it was not like an actual date. We were like, yeah, sure, we can hang out. And he was like, yeah, come over and see the studio. So we were supposed to watch Game of Thrones, but all we did was talk and talk and talk.
Fantastic.
So that was great. And then I come back another time, and then we listened to some music, and or he played me some music that was like, this is really good. It's close to my heart. And I started crying because it was beautiful.
Wow.
It was a video on YouTube of some acoustic music, like a guy playing some, and because I felt the music really, and then he also cried, and then we were like, oh, we feel the same thing.
Yeah.
So that's kind of where the magic started.
Was that the first time you cried from music, from listening to something?
No. Really, I'm a very we're saying not sensitive, but I all my feelings are almost from the outside and
emotional.
Yeah, emotional, but it was very moving to also do it with him. It was a person that it was the third time I met him, so it was like, wow, that was amazing. And then we. It went by fast, and we started dating, and then we got together and all that. And so we realized that, okay, so music is we feel the same things when we listen, or when we think it's good, we feel kind of the same feelings.
So it's like a connection point for you too.
Yeah, it really is. And we're like, we want to bring this out. We want to do music from what we feel. So yeah, that's when we started Energetica. And yeah, so it's about, we want to put us out there in sound.
Okay.
Yeah. And I love to have a partner that I can evolve with and still have such a a relationship that is so safe, and it's we really trust each other, and it's a love on another level that I've never experienced. And I think I thought that I knew love before, but I know love today.
Is there anything specific that you want to say with this time? Like any one particular message or something that you think is very important that you have inside your head that you would like to get out to everybody else?
Yeah. Should I say that now?
Yeah.
So, yeah, I think what I want to put out there is that I'm right now having a break with Lovisa Sisak with my DJing, and that's just because I put a lot of pressure on myself with that, and at the end it wasn't fun anymore because it was all about work, and I don't want it to be just that, because I love to perform. It's amazing. It's amazing to meet the crowd and do that, but I wanted to feel like that again. So right now I'm having a break with that, and I've taken home my RX2, so it's not here in the studio right now. Yep. And I'm not releasing any episodes at the moment, but I will be out there again when I feel that the time is right. And
okay, so it's no schedule. It's not like, okay, on April 25th.
No, it's not. No. And until then, I will be here in the studio with Rickard making psytrance.
Fantastic.
And yeah, we'll see me when I'm ready again.
Cool.
Yeah, and also I don't want to forget, let's get wet.
Oh, the catchphrase, let's get wet. Yes. All right, 5T Vodcast, getting wet with Lovisa Sisak.
Yes.
Recognize. See y'all next time.